Our second application is for 110 East Kyle Street, the Chamber of Commerce. New construction.
You're up, Nancy, tell us all about it.
All right. What we're proposing to do, we got a grant for a tourism project, and we're in the final phases of that. And due to the fact that I'm a chamber of one, and we don't have a lot of opportunities once we close the office or on the weekends, we're proposing to put a kiosk there. And if you look at the very last picture, of course, sorry about my Christmas decorations still being there, but it would be in that corner where the flower bed is, and it would be a 6x8 with a 6x6 concrete pad, and this will sit down on top of the pad, so if we ever move, then you can move the kiosk, or if we ever decide we don't want it there. It'll be a 6x8 structure, and it'll have electronic kiosks in it, and then place for the brochures that we have, the ones about Rogersville. And I've got two photos there. We first looked at putting it across the street, but Steve and I went over and looked at it, and there's just nowhere to put it that it will face the direction it needs to. It's either going to face the parking lot, or it would be facing Church Street, and really no access there. So we decided probably the best place to just put it right there in front of the chamber office. We've got all the signage leading to the chamber office.
Easier for electricity too.
We got, yeah, the electricity's there. We don't have to dig up the road and put electricity. The internet's already there. This right here is it'll be 4 foot in the front. That'll be a hangover so that we can keep the software and the mechanics and everything dry, and then a 2 foot on the back. So that's kind of what we're doing. And of course, what we can do there, they would have 24/7 access to any information about Rogersville or Hawkins County. We'd have our websites, our 3 websites, the Chamber, Main Street, and East Tennessee Vacation Guide. And those would be linked to any of the other websites here. We're going to put the dining on there with hopefully with links to those sites where they can go straight on. And we'll have our museum, any site, historic site or anything that's downtown, our trails and everything would be accessible through that. And then we'd have just a small brochure rack there. You can see that small one in the one picture that would be there for the major things like our walking tour and stuff like that.
Make a motion, we approve.
Motion's been made to approve allocation as is. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Second. Further discussion? Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, like sign. Motion carried. Is there any old business? Is there any new business?
Yes. The new business would be the name that's being submitted for as a new member here for our board since Dean has left our board. And Steve, I'll let you go further. Person showed interest to you, Stephanie.
No, showed interest to Renee. Renee was the one who thought about it. I was going to have Renee bring it up today. It's Stephanie Webb. She's a school teacher, lives on Main Street, interested in joining this organization. So I'd like to say that we go ahead and vote, and as a recommendation to City Council to go ahead and appoint her.
They approve?
Still, I said, well, I wanted us to be able to say we are recommending.
Okay,
And then,
good.
and then they can be on the agenda next Tuesday.
Okay, okay.
So you making that?
I make that a motion.
Motion been made to approve.
I'll second it. For Stephanie Webb to serve, be
Stephanie
appointed
Webb.
as a
Okay.
member here.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Building inspector's report.
The logs we were needing to work on our office should be arriving this week, so that work will be going along.
That's great.
I said, I have met with the Tennessee State Historical Commission on the Rogers Tavern, and since we didn't get as much money as we asked for, we're having to rewrite the scope of work, but it's moving along. We still got that $100,000 grant, so that's going to go pretty good way on the exterior.
That's great.
End of report.
I'll make a motion, we adjourn.
Motion been made to adjourn. Do I hear a second? Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Meeting